I said before, I believe in our team. I do believe in our team. And we're going to work hard to make our team better. And I hope the players respond the right way. And it's not going to be for you. The fans, yes. Because if it was up to you, we're 6 foot under already. We're dead and buried and gone. Gone. And just because you got beat on the last play, that can't affect the next play. Or that's breaking you. Your frustration is breaking you. Just because you miss a block, or you get blocked, or you miss a tackle, or you fumble the ball. What does it take to break you?
Everything you put into it is right out in front of you. Let's go get this thing.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Long Run with Piano Man. Welcome to the Gauntlet with Piano Man and all the 401k crew, the drinking crew, the Don't Give Up His crew, the No Mercy crew, the laid back drinking crew. Just welcome, everybody. Welcome this morning to you on this great Thursday morning. Just happy to be here on today. I hope everybody had a restful night last night. I hope everyone had a piece of the day, restful Wednesday or wonderful Wednesday, however you want to, oh, cool. I hear you, Bobby. Good. Bobby, are you rebuilding your computer or what is it that you're doing? I need some computer tips myself. And so just tell me what you're doing, brother. Yeah, but good morning to you and Roll Tide. I hope everybody had a great day on yesterday. Again, I have to have some days, some evenings off. So I just doing one show here recently. We go back to 2 here in a minute. But I've got a lot going on in this particular time of the year for me. From a ministerial standpoint, but we'll be back to 2 shows here after a while. But we also have but to make sure that we always stay in stride with everything, we always have Bobby Sprinkle, his show at 2:00. We always have B Sharp at 6. We have Bam Dam Sports with Icebox and Spencer and all that crew, and Kangaroo Black, the man, the myth, the legend himself, KB. There's plenty of Bama content. We've got some more content coming out from another podcast creator, one of my favorites. But I'm gonna wait and let him tell you about that himself. I will not spill the beans on that. Just know there's some more Bama content coming out. All that good stuff. So I'm thankful for that. But let's get to this chat. Let me see who all up in here. Good morning, Stephen Hicks. Oh, the man that knows some stuff. And he knows some stuff. Good morning, Stephen Hicks. What are the voices saying this morning, Stephen Hicks? Good morning, Carla Hinton. My sissy, what's up with you, Carla? Roll Tide to you. Roll Tide to you, Stephen. Roll Tide to you, William Bryant. And good morning to you, sir. Good morning, Diane Hawkins. Rolling with the Tide and Piano Man into the weekend. Come on, let's roll. Come on, let's roll. Let's get on in there. Let's roll to South Carolina. Roll Tide to you there, Diane. Roll Tide to you, Chuck Culver. Good morning to you. My sissy, Kimberly Harmon. Kimberly, you came in here on the last yesterday, and I missed you, and that's why I put in the chat, my sissy. But I want you to hear me say it this morning. My sissy, Kimberly's here. Roll Tide, Roll Tide. LaToya Billingsley, what the business is, you know. What's up, LaToya? Roll Tide. Bobby Sprinkle, my main man. Good morning again, and Roll Tide. Yeah. Let me see who else up in here. I see Chuck. I think I saw Big Dean running around here somewhere. Big Dean, what's up, Big Dean? Roll Tide, my man. DSGB 84, my brother out of Georgia, representing them dogs. Him and Dad, Mr. Jerry. I hear you, man. Good morning. I was about to say Roll Tide, but hey, sick them. Go get them. I done told you, DSGB, y'all gonna learn. You and Stacy Go Dogs, y'all gonna learn to listen to me when I tell you something. you know, but y'all already know what's up with that. But salute to you, my brother. Thank you for all that you do. Let me see who else. Who else up in this joint? Who else is up in here? You know, because I have an announcement I need to make, and everything. All right, yeah. Oh God, help. Ooh. What? Oh gosh. I think that's gonna be. Let me go to the new one. Latoya, I ain't thinking about you this morning. Okay, Bobby Sprinkle, look at you. Okay, cool. I built this computer. Wait a minute. Okay, Bob, Piano Man, I built this computer before Christmas of last year. I brought a new motherboard for it and redid everything. I am here when you need computer tech. The best taught me my father did. Man, hey, that's what's up, Bobby. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Hey, I like that, Bobby. Okay, thank you, and I thank you for that information. I thank you for that. Wait a minute. Is the GM here? The GM is here. Yeah, if you're not rolling with the Piano Man and the Gauntlet, you need help. It's a whole lot of folks need some help then, because they not rolling with the Tide, Piano Man, or the Gauntlet. So welcome. Good morning, Bino. Our GM is here. Good morning, and Roll Tide, brother. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, man. Good morning. All right. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to wait. And say something here. I'm gonna wait till more people come, and if they're listening. But you know what? And I may as well go ahead and get it now, because I'm not going to be on here long this morning. Today is music day, and I have to kind of get ghost this morning. So I'm doing 1 hour. 1 hour only, not even a 2 hour. Good morning, Dwight, my producer. What's up, man? Good morning, Gwen. Roll Tide. Good morning. All right. Good morning. I'm going to, but I have to get this out the way. All right. Yeah. I want to first of all start off by saying I appreciate everybody, all my subscribers, all those that's in the chat every day that comes over and hang out with Piano Man, and all of the different crews that have been formed since the 401k crew. I want to say, I thank you and I appreciate. And I want to say in my appreciativeness and being appreciative for all that you do. I want to thank you for when you're in the chat. You represent the spirit not only of the Alabama Crimson Tide, which we're all those of us that are fans of Alabama, or we're just fans of football, and whomever we may represent, or who our teams are. Thank you for representing your team in the spirit of sportsmanship, in the spirit of respect, dignity, integrity, and all that good stuff. However, I received a message on last night that I wasn't, kind of threw me off a little bit, but I also understood which way it's coming from. Okay. One of the things I want us to understand is that when we're in the chat here, I am ultimately responsible for what goes on here. Even though I can't catch everything, even though the mods might not catch everything, we make sure that what's being said is not hurtful, offending, demeaning, dehumanizing. A lot of things that we say, we say some serious things, but we also have fun with it at the same time. But we do not demean people. We don't dehumanize people and things like that. But the only thing I just want to remind us of is continue to be careful of what we say, how we say. Some people just ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Now, but also by that same token, there are some people who can dish it, but they can't take it. Okay. And then they'll leave up out of here and go somewhere else, or go to another chat and everything, and get the bad mouthing and everything, but they don't tell the whole story. All right. But I'm just asking us to continue to be mindful. that we are a chat, we are a community. We having fun. We are friends. And some of us have never met each other, and some of us probably never will. For some people, this is an outlet just to kind of let your steam off and this, that, and the third. Some have, I have spoken with some off of air. I have spoken with some, well, let's leave it like that. I have spoken with some off of air and via email and even via phone call. And, and there's some things that have been confided in me, and I'm not going to tell that and everything. But I'm going to say this, though. Let's just be careful. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know about, their past or this, that, and the third. But I just try to make this a great show. I do everything that I can do to make it a peaceful show. Even though three-stroke Charlie gets thrown around sometimes, good old three-stroke and four-stroke Fred and all that kind of stuff, and Billy and Buster and Bobby and all them and all that kind of stuff. But it's all in good fun. Never to demean, never to dehumanize, never to put down. But let's just make sure that we are let's just make sure it stays that way. Now, since I've been here, I've only had to put one person in check and everything, because I felt like that they were misrepresenting not only me, but they were misrepresenting you as those who support me. And not only are you misrepresenting me and those of you who support me, but sometimes those same people will misrepresent everybody that's in podcasting. So I did have to put one person in check, and I don't see them around that much and all that good stuff. And that's all fine and dandy, because in America, you are free to do and come and go as you please, and everything. So that doesn't bother me. But what does bother me is when people are misrepresented and when people are misinterpreted, and then people take that misinterpretation and take those misrepresentations and try to make them a particular dogma or a particular gospel. And Piano Man ain't going for that. If you're going to quote me right, quote me correct. And I'm man enough, I'm grown enough to tell you, yeah, that's what I said. And so, but if I didn't say it, and I know my listeners didn't say it, then what Piano Man is not going to do is agree with a lie. So let's get that understood. Piano Man's not going to agree with a lie, and I'm not going to let anybody lie on anyone else, okay? So, but let's just be mindful of how we carry ourselves in here or what we say. Now, are we going to have fun? You doggone right, we're going to have fun. Am I still going to talk about three-stroke Charlie and four-stroke Fred and all that other stuff? Do the Georgia Bulldogs still going to get that? Oh, they still going to get that beat down? Yes, and so is everyone else. But what I'm not going to do is dehumanize other people. I'm not going to put them down. I'm not going to, I'm just not going to have it. I've gotten out of a particular chat because of it, and I'm not going to stand for it. So when it comes to dehumanization, when it comes to putting people down, when it comes to just being mean-spirited, now that's where Piano Man and the mods, that's where the Piano Man and the mods draw the line. But when something is just in good fun, come on now. We got to grow a little thicker skin as well, okay? And Piano Man's been here long enough to know when something is in good fun versus when somebody's trying to put you down and secretly, trying to, I'm not going there. That's going to be a different topic of a different day. But let's just be mindful, all right? And so I'm doing my part as a host, and I'm doing my part as the quote unquote the progenitor of all of this of this long run with Piano Man. But also there's a part that everybody has to play. But then the other part of that is, come on now, some of us have to just grow some thick skin too. I apologize if feelings get hurt, but that's part of the nature of the game of trash talk. Okay. That's part. Now somebody correct me if I'm, hey, good morning, Travelpreneur. Good morning, Training My Dragon. KT. Oh, God, hell. But somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, because you got to have, if you're going to trash talk, you don't trash talk and you got thin skin. Let me give you that word of warning. If you have thin skin, don't trash talk. That's not your job. Nope. And that'll be a nope. But if you're gonna trash talk, just keep it respectful, okay? And just know it's all in good fun. All right. All right. With that being said, I got something I want to show you. I've been waiting on this. Yeah, go dogs. Yes, yeah. The only thing y'all can do is y'all look. You know what? Just win the rest of your games. DSGB. Go. Yeah, disrespect is just wrong. Yeah, trash talk is fun. We all love trash talk. I trash talk with the best of them, but I'm not going to disrespect anybody, all right? But this is something that I want to show. I've been waiting on this. This is the man who just literally can't stand Alabama, right? Matt Moscana. But I want you to hear this right here, everybody. Y'all, in the words of Damon Red and B. Heard, things that the LSU fans are going to get mad at me for putting out, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. Man, y'all check this out. Here we go.
Whatever's left. I could give you a lot of reasons how or why they could turn it around. That's just not realistic.
How do I?
The crux of if you at this point, the crux of every issue you have offensively is your offensive line. You're 7 games in. Nuss gets killed every play. He's got no time to let things develop down the field. Can't run block. Harlan Berry looked good. That was encouraging. Trey Daz continues to look really good, and so many of his yards are actually after the catch because you don't have time to let routes develop down the field. It's get him the ball. There's one play where it looked like out the flat he was going to be tackled for no gain, broke free, ended up getting 8-9 yards, whatever it was. Probably the most disappointing thing is your defense losing contain. There was a few times Harold Perkins had Pavia dead to right and just couldn't get to him, couldn't get him on the ground. You knew the assignment with that offense, and you just let him break contain. You did really well actually on first and second down, and you let him convert 3rd and 8. You let him convert on 4th a couple times. Bummer, man. Real bummer. Ooh. Ha ha. Ha ha. I love you. You want to come say at that show? Here you go. So, there's the convo of what do you do for the remainder of this season? What is realistic, and then what does the future look like convo as well, because you were so all in on this year. Jack said, Matt, is Drew BK1 on vacation or the bye week? He feels somewhat checked out. I don't know. I've seen that and read that before, and if you did, I don't care. That's not uncommon. Coaches take days off during the bye week. That happens. That is people trying to make something out of a thing that's not there. So if you're upset, you can place blame a lot of places, and it's justified a lot of places. Let's not start fabricating stories. Okay, like he went on vac. It's their open day. That happens. The coaches get days off. Like if you get days off and you want to leave and go somewhere, leave and go somewhere. I don't care. I care what you do. Hey, Brendan, good morning. Bailey, having a bad O-line with a pocket QB is an Achilles heel. It gives you a greater appreciation for last year's offensive line's ability to pass protect, which gave Nussmeier time to make plays in the passing game. This team is not good. They, as I look back at it, they should have spent less money. Hindsight's 2020. They should have spent less money on their offensive skill guys and more on the offensive line. That's probably their biggest miss. Nick Anderson's impact has been minimal. Bauer Sharp's impact has been minimal. And I don't mean to single out those guys. I don't know that it's necessarily their fault or anything like that. It just I think the reality that we could look at right now. I think you could have. I think Varian Brown's been great. He may end up as your leading receiver this year. But if you could have taken that money and put it into another lineman, a starting tackle, how different does this look? I don't know. But you lose Tyree Adams yesterday. DJ Chester goes in, and it was not good. And Weston Davis had another brutal day. So, I can keep asking Brian Kelly about it, but the answer continues to be the same. And you just keep rolling those guys out there, and you keep getting Garrett Nussmeier killed. So, look, teams got issues. I don't think Garrett Nussmeier is anywhere near the top of the list of issues. You got to block, and they don't against anybody. Unhappy morning. Tiger Diver, morning. Where does LSU go from here? Can they come with the money to buy out BK? No, they're not going to buy out Brian Kelly. And, I've said, I think the more interesting conversation is, depending on what happens over the final 5 games, like let's say they lose to A&M, Bama, Oklahoma, and they go 7-5. Does he want to come back next year? Does Brian Kelly want to retire? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm just playing out hypotheticals. That's maybe a more interesting question.
Yeah. Oh God, poor man. Oh Lord. Yeah. Bino, about it. Where is the enthusiasm? Where is the Bama is burning? Where is, good morning, Governor of Discord, JB 718? Where is all of that stuff that he was talking back in July and August? Where is it? Where's all that? Where's all that? And all that kind of stuff. Where is it? You know what? You know what? I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to use a term here. Well, y'all remember, for those of you that's more or less been following me a while, but then I've said it here and there over the time. Y'all remember I told you all that LSU, that is Matt Moscana, Big Dean. He's one of the top. He is an LSU New Orleans Saints guru. He's actually a writer and a broadcaster for ESPN. But the thing about it is, Big Dean, he hates Alabama with a passion. When Coach Saban left, I would have to play you some of his clips, man. He can't stand Alabama. He was the first one who said Alabama is in ruins. Alabama is on fire. Alabama is going down in flame, going up in flame, however he put that, they're going up in smoke. And All that. Good morning, Anitra. And you know what, Anitra, I ain't going there with you today. I saw that last night. I have to raise a question about that. But he's one of the ones, Big Dean, and people that have followed Matt Moscona or know about him, they know exactly what I am talking about. But he can't stand Alabama. But when Alabama went into LSU last year and Jalen Milroe ran all over him, I went purposely to his show. The 401k crew will tell you that I went purposely to his show and asked him, now talk your smack. And he was just like done. Toast, zilch. Kimberly will tell you, I think she saw it. He was literally wasted. Oh man, he was just gone. He was gone. They were him. I forgot who was with him, but they couldn't handle that loss. Well, now, remember I told you all that LSU's O-line was going to let them down because the majority of them had gotten drafted into the NFL or however that went. Remember, I told you that O-line was not going to be very good this year. Even Matt Moscona said it. Their fans are saying it, and this, that, and the third. Now, I brought that up to say this to show you can woof it up. Talk about other team. He talked about Coach Kalen DeBoer and the Alabama staff and this, that, and the third. He talked about the fact that LSU was going to win a natty this year. They're going to win the SEC championship. Nobody was going to beat them, and this will be the year that the Alabama staff is going to get rid of Kalen DeBoer and this, that, and the third. That's what he said. And look what has happened. LSU won that first game, and they struggled even in the first game. But it also showed up how Clemson is also struggling. The two teams talked about Nussmeier going to be up for Heisman. I even had some in around me saying Nussmeier. Exactly, KT. Yeah, they look good. ... at first. But the key thing in your statement there, KT, is the ... Because a whole lot of stuff has happened. I've told you all. Don't crush his dream. I ain't crush. Well, anyway, all I know is this right here. This is not the same Matt Moscona that we normally see. This is not the same Matt Moscona. That is, Bama is burning. I'm gonna, for those of you that's not familiar with Matt Moscona, I'm gonna pull some clips up, especially during SEC week, and I'm probably gonna dedicate that week. I'm probably gonna dedicate that week to Matt Moscona. Oh, when y'all need to see this dude when when he was in rare form. Sunday night, I think he did a clip. He totally dashed Mickey Loomis, the general manager of the Saints. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying. Stole his Halloween candy. Shucks, they stole his lunch money, Stephen. This is what humbleness looks like. This is what eating crow looks like. Now, let me move on to where else I'm getting to in showing this. They're playing Texas A&M Saturday. I asked the question the other day. Is it me? Is it me? Or does it seem like Brian Kelly has lost his locker room? Because those guys are not playing. And I'm still gonna sit on my soapbox again of what I believe. I just did not want to believe that LSU was going to lose to Vanderbilt. In the words of the governor of Discord, Vanderbilt. Just think about that. Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is the real deal. So that's what Matt Moscana and I have in common is that, we believe in our teams, but I think where the difference comes in with me is that I'm a little bit more realistic about some stuff. And I'm quicker to admit when your team don't have it. Yes, Keith, Vandy's going to disappoint a lot of people, and they've been disappointed LSU Saturday. But now LSU has to turn around now and play Texas A&M. Now, the blessed thing about their game Saturday is that it's in Death Valley. That's why I made the statement yesterday that Texas A&M is not out of the woods yet. That's why I said, don't be so quick to write them in the SEC championship yet. Okay, Anitra, do your thing. Do your thing. Hey, good morning, Ja'Cory. Roll Tide. We got you, Anitra. And take Squishy with you. Anyway. But that's why I said don't be so quick to write. Don't be so quick to write Texas A&M in yet, because see, now it goes back to something that governor said. I want to say it was Monday. I know he said, and I'm not sure what day it was, and that part doesn't matter. But what matters is what he said, is that these players, to a certain degree, they are no longer playing for Brian Kelly. They're playing for themselves. They're playing for the pride of themselves. And y'all even heard Matt Moscana say that okay, say for instance they lose to A&M, Oklahoma, Bama. A&M, Bama, Oklahoma, because that's the order in which they play them. This is why I have to agree with Bishop. This is the gauntlet. It's not just for Alabama. It is for the SEC. It's the SEC all the way. Vandy and a couple of other teams are just upsetting some folks and making the SEC and has made the SEC a lot more competitive. This is why I'm of the firm persuasion that the SEC is the greatest conference. Now, I know other conferences are going to disagree, and that's what they're supposed to do. But come on, man. Let's just be realistic. Out of 25 teams, 11 teams from one conference is in the top 25. That tells you something right there. Oh, take care of your mama, Zoo. I've been there, done that. Remember when my mom had her fall like that. So let's keep Mizzou fan and he and his mom in prayer, and may she speedy recovery. Take care of your mom. You're good. But all I'm saying is that this weekend, this weekend is going to be a pivotal one. Now, my producer said something. I gotta go back up. I want to put it in the chat. Texas A&M is going into the SEC. They don't play Georgia, Bama. That's true, but they're playing LSU and they're playing Texas. I'm not going to write them out. I'm not going to pin them in just yet, Dwight, because anything is liable to happen. There's no way. I ain't going to say there's no way. It's going to be hard to navigate this gauntlet of a schedule. It's going to be hard to navigate this gauntlet like this and you come out undefeated. That's going to be hard. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but I'm saying it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. And LSU, I'm going back to what Governor said. They are not. I'm of the firm belief, and I'm gonna stand with Governor in this. I believe that LSU is playing for themselves. But now you heard him say something about Brian Kelly and the buyout. They're not going to buy him out. That's too high. It's too high. The only way they get rid of him, I believe, is that he retires or that he resigns. However that goes. However that goes. Hey, good morning. I see Eric D. Good morning, Eric D. Roll Tide. Sue Fan, take care of your mom. Jacory's here. Kimberly's here. Somebody else is here. I didn't see. Bama 9, you're here. Yeah, cool. Good morning. Good morning, Bama 9. Good morning. No, not yet, Mizzou fan. No, I have not gone back to my office to where my other picks are. I got to put them all in the list. I've been doing some farm stuff and everything, but I'm going back today. I will have all of that ready tomorrow. Okay, I got you 35-10. Okay, I'll remember that and everything. I will do picks later and everything. I got to get these first ones, the ones from last week out the way. I have not been back to my office. I'm not there right now, but I'm going back today. I'm going back this morning. Matter of fact, I'm getting out of here in a few minutes to go back. Because today is music day and I got to get some things off the ground. So I'm not going to be on here full 2 hours today and everything. Because today is just that one of those days. I put it off the other day, but I'm here. Yeah, but I'm not buying LSU. I'm telling you, man. But what Governor said Monday, LSU is basically playing for themselves. They're playing for themselves. They are. They're playing for themselves. 48-9. Okay. Cool. But I wanted you all to see this. I wanted you all to see when you're having to be brought down and you put down on other people. Now, I'm not saying that all of that happened because he put down on folks, but that's what you get when you think that you're untouchable, when you think that you're this, that, and the third, and reality sets in. Reality sets in. Now, the one thing that I can say about the Bama fans, and that's this here, is that a lot of us have learned our lesson about putting the cart before the horse. You've got to play the games, man. You've got to play them. There's no way around it. Because if you were going by name and name only, oh yeah, Bama would be who's the brand? Bama. I'm just telling you now, if that was the way the game was going to be played, Bama would win hands down. Bama. Who's the most hated? Bama. Who's the most watched? Bama. Who's the most talked about? Bama. Who gets drug in conversations when it's not even about them? Bama. But that's not how it works. The game is played on the field. Bama just so happened to be running that gauntlet right now. Thank you. Who's worldwide? Bama. saying, man. So that's what eating crow and humble pie, that's what it looks like. Keep. Who's on everybody's brain, win or lose? Bama. Y'all keep them coming. Who's worldwide, like Mizzou fans said, Bama. Who's on the brain, whether they win or lose? Bama. Who is Florida State still talking about after week 1? Bama. You see what I mean? But Bama's still going about their business. Playing the games and winning them. Are they all pretty? No. No. Just effective. Took some notes last night watching Hey Coach. Yes, Carla, I am. I try anyway. And but anyway, last night I'm watching Hey Coach. Been doing it now this year too. And good morning, Icebox. Roll Tide. Y'all, this is something that I saw in the chat last night. And I said, see, here we go. This is why I said some fans have learned their lesson. Some fans have not, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. But this person said, Bama should be number 1. I cringed. And it was like something said, don't engage. Don't engage. Don't engage. This is why I made the statement and said, let's continue. We got to continue to do what? Stay focused and hunt. Stay focused and hunt. These guys are not buying this hocus pocus stuff that a lot of the fans are still putting out there. We should be number 1. No. Earn that player. Earn it. This season is long. Even though we are at the point of where we are, Coach DeBoer kept saying it. He reiterated it a couple of times. We are at the middle of this thing. We're at the middle of this thing. And it's going to get harder. Focus, dominate, hunt, win. That's what this is about. Oh, yeah, Tom McShay. Oh, yeah. They're all raving about Ty Simpson and Bama right about now. Yes, they all are. But I want to remind us about that kind of stuff. A lot of that. But wait, no. Let me rephrase that. I want to remind us that it's still rat poison. It's still rat poison. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. I see where Bobby said, I don't care if Alabama number 10 or 11. I don't either. All I want Bama to do is continue to work for it. What midterm grade do I give Bama after the Vol game? You're not going to like this. Bama 9, but here we go. I still give us a C. A C+. Why do I say that? There's still some things that we are working out. We're playing good. We're doing, but there's still some things we still got to work out. It's a high C+. It's in the B status. See me after this game. See me after this game, Bama. See me after this game. I have a reason for saying it. Good morning, Tim. Roll Tide. I have a reason for saying it. I want us to always strive. If I gave us an A, then what's there to work for? Thank you, Jacory. I'm not buying into it either. And here's the thing, and there's why I give us a C. Okay, let's go back, y'all. What have I been saying the whole time? X factors, right? X factors. On the offense, the number 3 X factor was who? There it is right there in Keith's statement, the O-line. The O-line, right? The number 2, Ryan Grubb. The number 1 X factor was injuries. I've been saying it for months now. Number 3, the O-line. Number 2, Ryan Grubb. Number 1, injuries. On the defense, the number 3 X factor, the D-line. The number 2 X factor, Kane Womack. The number 1 X factor, injuries. On both sides of the ball, X factors have been the line. Number 3, the line. Number 2, the coordinators. Number 1, injuries. The injury bug it will either make you or break you. That's why I said that would be first. That would be the most important. Injuries. And to a certain degree, it has, but the depth of Alabama has kept them. Now, I got a little bit more clarity about this rotational stuff. Got some clarity about it. I kind of said something about it the other day. The fun part about their rotation, even though we may not agree with it, but the thing about that rotation thing is that these guys, especially on that right side, some of them are interchanging and they can also play the left side. And remember, I did make a statement that playing the left side of the line is different than playing the right side. It's different. Learn that from Coach Carl. Listen to Coach Al. Listen to Coach Sean. Didn't even remember in my days of playing football that when we would go to the left a lot, it required even playing running back, running to the left, even required a different blocking technique. Kept listening to especially Coach Carl talking about that, about the difference in the bend and how the left side of the line is approached and how a defense will approach that left side and this, that, and the third and different. But what's happening is that our guys are being able to play both sides. Now, we might not agree with that, but there's a bigger picture. Coach Carl hit it the other day, y'all. Is trying to produce longevity. Longevity. Yes, we're playing one game at a time, but you're also doing some things for down the road. Have to remember that. The big picture. The big picture. The big picture. So should Alabama be number one? No. Now I know some people say we should be number one, and I'll let you have that because that's your opinion. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I love it when we're hunting. See, we're like what somebody put in the chat the other day. We're the hunted. Whether we're hunting or the hunter, we're still the hunted. Why did I say that? It's because remember, I asked you the question, who's on everybody's brain? What team is on a whole lot of folks' brain, whether that team is winning or losing? Bama. So I'm with Keith. I think that's who put it in there. Keith William, one of y'all. I'm fine with being 4. I would even love it better if we were 7th or 8th. Told y'all the season is long, man. This season is long. And it is about to get longer. All I'm asking us to do is continue to be patient. Continue to support our guys. Continue to support. Exact Kimberly, come on, girl. I love it. It's Alabama. Governor says it. OG Gill says it. I know Stephen Hicks and OG Gill with the No Mercy crew has said it. It's Alabama versus the world. Even KT has even said it a few times. Alabama versus everybody. That's how you know who the brand is. I saw KB put on there, and you're welcome, KB. Now I'm just picking at you, man. But how many times have we said on here, where is a sign that says we want Ohio State? Where's a sign who says, Georgia, you're next. Oregon, you're next. When was the last time you looked at a pro game and someone said we want Arkansas? But I sure have seen some pro games and they put up there, we want Bama. You sure you want Bama? But we're going to let that recall. You're going to get us whether you want us or not. You're going to get that Tide whether you want us or not. South Carolina, them Gamecocks, look here. All I know is I'm from the country. And folks, when they don't go to the grocery store and get a chicken out the freezer department, those that raise their chickens, that chicken, y'all know what's up. So South Carolina, you sure you want Bama? But I'm gonna tell you like this. I give you credit. South Carolina gonna play us tough. They played us tough last year. Let me look at that. Let me do something right quick. I was gonna do this the other day. There we go, right here. Here's their depth chart. Now here we go. South Carolina, right quick. I got 5 minutes. Got to get out of here. South Carolina, the depth chart. They're 3-4 overall. They're 1-4 in the conference. Right about now, they have 38 active NFL players. I thought I would throw that in there. Active. 38 active NFL players. Shane Beamer's their coach. They play in Columbus, South Carolina, William Bryce Stadium, all that good stuff. They run a multiple set offense. We all know that the quarterback is Lenore Sellers, redshirt sophomore. They even had Lenore Sellers pushing for Heisman this year, along with Nussmeier, Clay Kupnick. Now, Ty's name has come in the picture. That goes to show you right there, with the exception of Clay Kupnick, SEC is somebody, man. But here we go at the X. Let me see what's going on. Okay. At the X, we have, there we go. At the X, player 1 is Nick Harbor, and player 2 is Donovan Murph, and then Lex Cyrus, who is a freshman, is number 3 in the X. In the Z, Vendravius Jacobs. Then you have, Vendravius Jacobs. Then you have Jared Brown, player 2, and then you have Malik Clark as number 3 in the Z position. And then in your slot, you're going to have Brian Rowe Jr. you're going to have Mazeo Bennett Jr., and then you're going to have Jaden Sellers. That's what's happening there. And then on your left tackle, you have Josiah Thompson. Left guard, these are your starters. Shedrick Surratt. You're going to have the center, Boaz Stanley. You're going to have the right guard, Trayvon Ball. Right tackle, Kason Henry. Right at the tight end, Brady Hunt. Quarterback is Lenore Sellers. Now, let me look at the depth chart of that quarterback. Lenore Sellers is your 1. Luke Dottie is your 2. And Air Nolan is a freshman transfer, is your 3. Running back, that your number 1 is Rashul Faison. Oscar Attaway III is the 2. And Matt Fuller is number 3. And number 4, Isaiah Auguste is your 4. Those are your running backs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. On the defense, guess what they run? 4-2-5, 3-3-5. Okay. The left defense, at the left defensive end there, we know Dylan Stewart. But we also know Dylan Stewart has been hurt. Their injury report has not come out yet. I haven't seen it, and everything. I haven't seen it. But you have Dylan Stewart. Then you have Desmond Mzulu, and then you have Damon Clowney as the number 3. But to finishing out their starters, Dylan Stewart, Nick Barrett, Mikael Goodwine at your right down tackle, your right defensive end. Now remember, Dylan Stewart's on the left, and on the right defensive end is Brian Thomas Jr. Bino. Is Bino? Bino, something you need to tell us? I'm calling the GM to the forefront, please. Bino, if you driving, don't do it. But Brian Thomas Jr., the right defensive end, starting for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Brian Thomas Jr. Something you need to tell us, Bino. And he's a senior. You been holding out on us, bro. I'm just picking at you, Bino. Brian Thomas Jr., right defensive end. And weak side linebacker is Sean Murphy. Your middle linebacker is Fred Johnson. Left cornerback is Judge Collier. That don't sound right, Judge Collier. Single safety will be Peyton Williams. Free safety will be DQ Smith. Right cornerback will be Brandon Cease. And nickelback will be Jalen Kilgore. Those are your number 1s. Those are your number 1s. For South Carolina. Offense and defense. I don't have a lot of maybe on the next show I have a little bit more, few more stats and everything. But like I said, on their defense, they're running the 4-2-5. They're running the 3-3-5. That's their set. That's what's happening with them. So South Carolina's going to play us. They're going to play us. They played us last year. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to bring this up, and I'm done with it. They played us good enough last year to beat us. They just didn't. But they got us scheduled for homecoming. And to me, they got Bama scheduled for homecoming. That's the ultimate disrespect. Yeah, they run Coach Carl. They run a multi-defense. And that makes it hard on the offense. You got to be your man. Look, you got to be you, and as they will say on defense, and even on offense, you got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to be looking, and that's what Coach Carl meant. Is that more than just the quarterback has to be able to recognize a blitz. Everybody on that offense has to be able to recognize it and know and have a feeling of what's coming. Know your blocking schemes. Oh yeah, Martavis. Good morning, Martavis and Roll Tide. No, they're not as good as last year, and I've been saying that too. But we're not. And someone said in the chat last night on Hey Coach, don't sleep on it. And I told this person, please say it again. Don't sleep on this South Carolina team. Bama's coming to town. And so we got to, take it serious. But Coach DeBoer said some interesting things, and I'm getting ready to get out of here because I got to go get medicine and get on music and all kind of stuff. So but I just want to continue to have my show and tell you all thank you for coming and all that kind of stuff. You take no prisoners, straight casualties, everybody. But this is something Coach DeBoer said last night. He said, here was the difference in come on, Coach. That's what I've been trying to, Coach, ever since you said that, I've been preaching that right there. Center, tackle, QB, RBs, everybody you better know what's coming. You gotta know what's coming. Gotta know what's coming. I hear you. Man, happy work to you, brother. Thank you for coming, my man. Roll Tide. We'll do predictions tomorrow. I have everything. I'll be back at my other office and everything, and I'm gonna have everything down pat. I got everything going there. Okay. I got two different places that I come from, and everything. But anyway, Coach said last year we had packages, we just didn't execute. He said, but this year we got packages, but we're executing better. Tim Keenan III said he trusts the coaching staff. He trusts the coaches, and he's willing, and those guys are willing to play for the coaching staff. That's what Governor meant about when he was talking about LSU. Are these players, it seems like they're not willing to play for Kelly anymore, but they're playing for themselves. Tim Keenan said last night, we're playing coaches too. And when Chris Stewart asked him, when Tim Keenan was out, what was it that he said to Coach DeBoer on that sideline? Do you know he said, I just said Roll Tide. And he said, and he did go on to say, he said, it's nothing that Coach hadn't heard before. It's nothing that Coach hadn't heard before. So I'm just saying to us now, these guys are locked in and focused. But like Coach Carl just said, everybody needs to know, especially on offense, and you're going up against a defense that runs multiple sets. They run, and Alabama's defense has to be on the same swivel. Why? Because South Carolina runs multiple sets from an offensive perspective. So you're dealing with a team that more or less will throw a bunch of different looks at you. You got to know what you're looking for, and you've got to know the possibilities of each one. Like I said, I'm no expert. Been a long time since I played the game, but the concept has not changed. That's all Piano Man can say. But he said they don't mind. They play and they win for Coach Kalen DeBoer. Coach DeBoer turns around and says that Tim Keenan III and others are the epitome of caring about the program. One last thing. People were talking about Daniel Hill. Now it all makes sense. Didn't know this until Coach said it last night. He said Daniel Hill had surgery right after the spring. He had surgery. So he's just getting right. Makes sense now. What's my last point? See, we only know what we see on a Saturday. We go by what's being told to us sometimes. A lot of folks who claim that they're on the inside, but they're not. Hey, good morning, Ebony. Just saying now. But he tells it, and he gave Daniel Hill a lot of compliments last night. A lot of them. And a lot of them being a former running back himself, you got to have Daniel Hill's hands coming out of the, catching the ball and this, that, and the third. He's doing some good stuff. Thank you, Dwight. Here we go. There we are. Injury report. Out. Well, we know who's out for Bama, so we can see it. Okay, questionable. Okay, so Dylan Stewart is back. Gotcha. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this. We're gonna see. But Dylan Stewart is back. All right. But there's the injury report. Thank you, Dwight, my producer. That's it. So Dylan Stewart is back. So let's just have it. Let's just make. But I think we're gonna be fine. Now, I don't know the extent of his injury, and I don't know the extent of his healing. I don't know the extent of it, but all I know is when he got hurt in that Oklahoma game and he tried to come back and he couldn't. Got back out there, played another down or two, I guess, tried to play on it. Let me put it like that. He tried to play and couldn't. So we're going to see. Alabama has their work cut out for him, but we cannot remain. We got to remain focused, okay? Daniel is a big guy. I didn't know he was that big. He's physical, strong, too. He was knocking folks out the way. Exactly. Hip pointer. Okay, cool. Ja'Cory, I got that, and I'm taking care of it. Okay, so I'm not going to speak on that. I've addressed it and everything. I just didn't say who, but now that y'all know, I didn't know anything about it, but I've addressed it, and we're going to correct that. Okay, all right. But thank you though, Ja'Cory, and a couple of others have said something, and so but it's going to be okay. So we're going to move on from that. But I've addressed it, and it's all good. All right. Carla Hill, Carla Hill is, who's Carla Hill? You mean Daniel Hill? Daniel Hill is 240 pounds. Carla Hill is 240 pounds. Coach Boy said he can pass block also, and that's the main thing. Thank you, LaToya, for bringing that up, because Coach DeBoer did say that. He brought that up about that Daniel Hill is good in pass protection as a running back. As a running back. He did. Thank you, LaToya. I forgot to write that in my notes. I forgot to write that in my notes. That he did say that about Daniel Hill being good at pass protection. And those things are important. Those things are important. All right. So that's what happened basically last night. Now we're a couple of sleep days away, and so I'm gonna say it like this: what the producer said. We are a couple of sleeps away, and a brunch from Bama and South Carolina. I did too, LaToya, and that let me kind of know something right there. But these guys are playing, and I'm here for it, and I love it, and it makes me proud to say Roll Tide. Oh, I hear that ringing sound. 2 wake-ups and a brunch. That's it. 2 wake-ups and a brunch. And that's going to be a long brunch. Dwight. It's gonna be a good brunch, but it's gonna be a long one. I just believe in my Tide. Okay? I just believe in the Tide. So this morning, y'all, that's gonna be about it for today. I told you I've got a long day ahead of me. I gotta go pick up medicine. I gotta go work on music. I got some rehearsals this evening, and we got to get Richard Young back out there. I'm gonna do predictions. I'm doing predictions all day tomorrow. I'm gonna do predictions all day tomorrow, DSG. So everybody just hold your prediction and everything. I'm doing predictions tomorrow. I'm going back to my other office where all my stuff is and everything. Yeah, Coach Carl, it's gonna be a long day for South Carolina. I believe so. Laid back crew is present. Good. Twister, good to see you, my man. Next time, Twister. Yeah, DSU, I would be, we got to get Richard Young back out there. You're right, Carla. I'm waiting to see him. Hill can change the levels of the open field. Exactly. Roll Tide. But not a lot more here. I address something. Let's just be careful how we, as I leave, let's just be careful how we address people, how we talk to them. Let's just be careful. Some people just ain't going, and some people, some people just there are different levels of some people. Just they don't, hard for me to explain it, but just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. I try to draw people and not drive them away. But let's be careful how far we take a joke. Be careful how far we take it. Just be careful. And please, and by all means, when we're in the chat, and it doesn't just have to be here, but it's anywhere. I was even in Hey Coach last night. And a person made the statement and said, this chat is trash. I don't know if Latoya or Anitra saw that or not, but I did. Now, I don't know what was being said, and I'm not going to say neither do I care, but when somebody says that, sometimes some people, you saw that too? Yeah, somebody said that on Hey Coach last night, that the chat was trash. Now, some people are just meaning some stuff in good fun, and there's some folks that just need a hug. But like I said before, just don't dehumanize. Don't try to dehumanize. Just make them feel less than human. There's some things just disrespectful. I got you. Just ignore the trolls. Trolls, just ignore. Trolls be, yeah. And, some people, and then there are some folks, you're never going to make them happy anyway. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You got, Bobby Sprinkle is changing his days to coming on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Cool. Roll Tide, Jacory. I'm getting ready to get out of here too. I got to get ready to go do some music and get my medicine and all that kind of stuff. But so anyway, y'all have a great day today. It's been fun. It's been real. But it's Thursday, and like I said, it's just, it's ready. I'm ready to play the game. But tomorrow I'm doing predictions all show long. That's what tomorrow's going to be dedicated to. Predictions. All show. All right? All show. So anyway, as I always end, stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord. And just remember, you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. I promise you that you can. I may not see you today or tomorrow, but Piano Man, we'll see you in the long run. Speaking of the long run, let's not forget about November 22nd. Unless the Lord does something that I can't handle, that I have no control of, I plan on being at the Alabama Eastern Illinois game. Have my tickets and everything all ready. If anyone is going to be there in this chat, let me know. Let me know. And so we can all meet somewhere. Now, I want to say this too. Even if you're in the area and you're not coming to the game and everything, and we can all still want to meet somewhere and everything, we can sit down and get something to eat, whatever, and sit down and talk and all that kind of stuff, then let's do that too. You're in section J. Wait a minute, hold up. I am in section, let's see something. C-E, here we go. No. I can do this right here. Yeah, this is my wallet. Dwight, I am in section N. I am in section N. N4 to be exact. N4. N4. All right. That's where I will be. N4. My uncle is taking them tickets. Okay. I'll be at Carolina. Gotcha. Oklahoma and Auburn. Maybe. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. We're gonna keep you talking. I gotta go, coach. But I will be in N4. Dwight said he's in J. But here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna tell you what, after Saturday, then we'll start talking about it, okay? Because trust me, after South Carolina, we'll have a bye, and then we'll play LSU in Oklahoma, then we play Eastern Illinois, then it's Auburn, okay? And so let's okay, Jeff, you live about 45 minutes from Titletown? Cool. All right, just put it out there, bro. All right, but we're gonna let's just plan to meet somewhere. I prefer before the game. The game starts at 1 because after the game, that's when T-Town gets real crazy, and it's hard to find something, a place to sit down and eat without being lost, without getting all separated and this, that, and the third. So I say let's meet before the game, maybe that morning sometime, and then we can all, go from there. But I would love for us to all get together so I can meet you in person, and y'all can see how crazy I really am. Anyway, but y'all have a great day. And like I said, I may not see you today or tomorrow personally, but I'm gonna see you in the long run, right? Right. And so with that being said, forget them trees, them hedges, and forget all this negative energy. All right. Yeah, after the game, you're gonna be in them streets. I know it, Dwight. I'm gonna hit them. I'm gonna be hitting the road after the game. Okay, so I got to get on back. And so forget them trees, hedges, forget the negative energy, but continue to bring positive energy. Continue to be a light in a dark place, and do that, because I think that's what God expects of us to do. So anyway, on behalf of the 401k crew and all the other crews that are the sub crews, I got you, big dog. Got to eat, man. I just want us to be careful. Okay, that's all. So it's apology accepted, but I don't know who it was and everything. I'm just asking us, let's just be careful. Okay, that's it. And I'm not even going to discuss it anymore. I'm good with it. All right. So even three-stroke Charlie deserves some love. Okay. Okay, Coach Carl, what's the question, bro? This better be good. Yeah, big dog. Just win the rest of the games and we're going to see what happens. Told you, season is long, man. Season is long. So we got to keep it going. But Coach Carr has a question I got to listen to. I got to hear this. I've been to 2 games, but I'd rather watch it on TV. Ebony, you would have to. Ebony, I'll tell you later, okay? I will tell you later. Have a blessed one, big dog. 3-stroke. Let me go. Turn you, Coach Carl. Y'all, wait a minute. Okay, here's Ebony's question, right? Who is 3-stroke Charlie, right? Y'all heard me address that. Here go Coach Carl. Really, Coach? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Only on this channel will you get... Oh, God, hell. Y'all have a great day today. That has made Ebony and Coach Carl have made my morning, right? I got you, Jeff. Hey, bro, but guess what? I have a son that's the same way. But guess what? Y'all still standing, man. And y'all still making it happen. All right? And we love you, bro. We love you. All right? But look, y'all, I got to go. Thank you, Stevie. I'm glad somebody praying. Because it looks like my prayers ain't doing no good. But listen, the Buster, 3-stroke Charlie, 4-stroke Fred, Billy, all y'all, just handle your business, okay? And I will talk to y'all soon. And above all things, hey, have a great day. God bless you. And as always, roll tide. 401k crew. No drinking crew. Don't give a piss. All of the crew, especially that doggone No Mercy crew and the laid back crew. Big salute to you. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great, blessed day. And don't forget, Be Sharp comes on tonight, 6 o'clock. Let's make it happen, y'all. Y'all have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow. God bless and roll tide.